Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Welcome to Farm Smart.
Wow, you're welcome to Itungo Pastures.
Farm Smart, as it says. And with me, I have a special guest from all the way from Wakiso. First, introduce yourself, mister.
Wow, thank you so much. I'm called Pison Usinje from Itungo Pastures. And we are going to be showcasing how you can plant Napier. From Napier, we're going to show you how it germinates until you see how we make silage out of it.
Yes, mister. Before you tell us how you start planting, first tell us how did you come up with this garden?
Wow.
First tell us a brief about your garden.
When you're doing pastures, you know very well you have got to do first plowing, then second plowing. So this stage right now, it is on the last stage of last plowing. So as you can see now, the soils are very fine, very fine, and they are ready to be planted with our seed.
Yes, after establishing the land, we have seen it is well prepared.
Yes.
So tell us, what do we start with?
Right now, we are going to be showcasing our viewers, our farmers and dear clients, how we can plant Napier, in lines so that we can achieve our silage very well at the end of the day.
First of all, where do you get this Napier from?
We have from our mother garden.
From mother garden?
Yes, our mother garden. You cut them very well. Now it's a ready seed for planting.
Wow, so now take us through the process.
Wow. So for those people who are outside there, you have never planted any Napier and you want it to be looking very nice, as I have said, you first do first plowing, second plowing, as you have seen, my garden. Then from there, there are many ways of planting, but me, I'm going to use this cut tool to make for me lines. After making lines, then I plant. Please, viewers, just look as I'm saying. It has got from here to here, it's 2 feet. From here to here is 2 feet in lines. And this is how we do it. Okay? Then from there, it's very easy. From here, it's very easy. The lines are already there. These are 2 nodes. For those people who don't know nodes, this is 1 node, 2, 3. I'll make sure the first 2 are inside at a slant. So these are our lines. The first 2 should be inside the land. You see? Our lines are already. You see? Very easy. You see, at a slant. At a slant. From there, you see? You see? Finish like that. I have finished now planting my Napier in lines. Yes,
in planting Napier, do you have like to dig like specific size of holes, or you just
Yes. As you see, this machine, this cut tool of mine was helping me to put lines.
Yeah, because I just saw you passed on top.
Yes. Now that the soils are good,
okay,
and we have done all the first plowing, second plowing, so the soils are now good. So putting, you don't need to dig. Many people who don't have this tool, they can use ropes.
okay.
You can just put a rope and then you plant in lines. Why are we planting in lines? It becomes very easy for harvesting. It becomes very easy for when you're removing the weed. And then to know the population of the plants that we have planted. And here I have just finished.
Yes, as we can see, everything grows in a specific type of soil. So is there a specific type of soil that's
Actually, this Napier doesn't need any specifics. As long as you have got water, if you don't have water, then you can irrigate. But in some dry areas, it's not good to plant some of these pastures. But Napier, all over Uganda, it can grow very well. And if you have the land that is so acidic, then you can use some manure. Yes. But for us here, the land is good, so we don't need any other additive. We are going to put manure maybe for the second cutting. But for the first, it's good.
There's no need of watering?
Yes, no need of watering. We are in the rain season now.
Okay.
It has started. Yes.
Yes, our dear viewers, you have seen how we plant Napier. So we are going to see how a Napier germinates. Yes, as you can see, this is our Napier. It has germinated, but Mr. is going to be explaining to us which stage is this. Tell us, please.
It's now a month. Then after a month, it is where we are going to wait for another 2 months, and it is ready for making silage from here. But here we are just showcasing after planting in lines. They have now germinated after a month here, and it looks very well. It's very, very, very well. That's the advantage of planting this. For the viewers who don't know this kind of type, it's called Pakchong Napier, or in English it's called Super Napier. It is from Thailand. It is one of the best Napier you can ever get in Uganda. Very high protein, very high succulent, good for dairy, cows, goats, sheep, name it, here to go.
Yes, first tell us, what do you do in this part?
In this part?
Yeah.
Now, as you can see,
what is required?
Now it is already weeded, but if there was like weed, we were going to remove some weed. But since the garden is clear, we are not going to weeding. From here, we are going to wait for our 2 months. Then we cut, we leave it after a day for withering. Then we put in a machine and make silage.
Do we need like to add in some sprays or what?
No, most of the pastures, they don't need sprays and all that. It's a natural thing here. Once you manure, you remove weed, you're good to go. Yes. So for you have animals, you have goats, you have cows, you have sheep, and you're in a small acreage of land. Here we are targeting those farmers on a small plot of land. This is good for them.
So there is this process when pasture is scarce. Can someone feed these ones?
Yes, you can. This is good, really. It's good, especially when you're in dry season. And from here after 2 months, we are going to cut. Maybe what people don't know, has a regrowth. Like you cut, it sprout back. You cut, it sprout back. It's not like the other maize. Maize, you cut once, and then you go and plant. But for this one, you cut, it comes back.
Are there any hindrances or anything that affects this?
No, apart from maybe weeding. If it's too much weed, it can affect its productivity. But since there is no weed, it's good. It remains a pasture.
No diseases?
No diseases. This particular has no diseases.
Okay.
That's why we are telling people to come and get themselves most of these cuttings, because it's disease-free. Yes.
Yes, as you can see, it's a nice display, well organized and well germinated. So tell us, which type of pasture is this?
Wow, this is called Pakchong Super Napier, and it's one of the leading Napier pasture types we have in Uganda. There are many, however, there is Kakamega 1, there is Kakamega 2, Namrongi, Sugar Napier, name them. But the best thing for this one, it is hairless. Hairless, I mean, you can, does not have any hairs, okay? So when you have workers, the workers can be freely come here without hair. That is number one. Number two, it has got high protein content, meaning that if you have cows, goats, you're going to get huge kind of milk production and beef production because of this. Yes.
Yes. Do they grow like in specific areas or?
Whether you're in a valley, whether you're in a waterlogged area, whether you're like in Kabong or some parts of that cattle corridor, Ankole Dry Masaka corridor, you can, because this Napier is good. It does not, unless if it is, maybe it's too much water, but in any other place it can go there.
So in Uganda, which one is most grown? Which one favors most farmers? Okay,
this one, this Pakchong, it's a new thing.
It's not that it's most grown in Uganda.
Yes. Farmers are now embracing it. It's a new thing in Uganda, but farmers are embracing it. Okay. Yes.
So, like, if I can ask, what makes it so unique from others?
Because of the advantages we have seen. First of all, it is hairless. Second, it has got high protein. Thirdly, it has got high biomass. Biomass, we mean you harvest in something like a small acreage of land, but you get huge, massive production. So it is specifically for those people who have got 1 acre, half an acre, quarter an acre. If you're in Bujiri, if you're in Iganga, if you're in Churhura, if you're in Ntungamo, for large and small can have this.
So you've seen this is most grown by most farmers, and it has good advantages. That's why most farmers love it. He said it is hairless. so it doesn't affect you if you try to move around or when you're like harvesting it, so it doesn't affect you. So from here, we have seen how it germinates, and he has explained how you take care of it and how you maintain it. So from here, we're going to the next stage. Now you're going to plant for hay. So, and Mr. is going to be that's what's the name of these two products, because I can see there are two different products. So tell us, I can see these are two different products.
Wow.
First explain to us.
Okay. So this is our famous Croix Guyana, in English, Rhodes grass, and it's good for hay. Now, these are beans, well, we can call them legumes. This is, for this case, this is called Central Sema. Why am I having two? Yes, this one is for carbohydrates. This one is for proteins. So we are going to mix proteins, which are Central Sema, mixed with Croix Guyana, which is for carbohydrates. At the end of the day, we are going to be getting hay, a complete hay, okay? Complete hay, which has got both carbohydrates and proteins, as you're going to see.
Why is it that for nipples you plant only one product, and then these ones for Napier you plant
For
only
Napier, it's a standalone. It is silage, because when we are going to make silage, at the end of it all, we are going to mix some other things.
Okay.
But for hay, for our hay to be productive and good, that's why we are mixing from the start. What farmers, they don't know this. Most cases, they normally plant only this. When you're planting only Croix Guyana, you're giving your animals only carbohydrates. However, we are now introducing legumes. So you're planting both carbohydrates and proteins on the same line, as you're going to see.
So what do you put first? We put them together?
No, together. We are going to mix. Actually, bring.
Okay, we go.
So you first get, assume that this is where we are going to mix from.
You don't need to dig any
No, actually we should be having like a tapolin. But since we don't have a tapolin, okay, I can bring. Let me, you need something like this. This is our tapolin. You get this. This is Croix Guyana.
Croix Guyana.
Okay. Mix with the beans. And you mix. The
beans don't have a specific name?
No, this is called Central Sema. Okay.
Yeah.
Then you get land, soil, fine soil, you put. Why are you putting soils? These seeds are fluffy, they are moving. So when you put soil, okay, putting soil, both beans, in this case, legumes, Central Sema, and Croix Guyana, to mix them, and we are going to plant in our lines together, as you can see. So we are mixing, and it is now done. From here, we are going to plant. Remember, we plant in the same lines as we have seen. Let me get my tool and show our viewers.
Okay.
So get your tool, as you can see, press it. For the viewers outside there, for you to plant this, the land has to be passed through, first plowing, second plowing. It must be clean. As you can see, it is clean, free from weed, okay? Now from there, you get this. If you don't have this, you can improvise and do using a hoe. But for my case, I have this. It's going to put lines. Wow. For dear viewers, as you can see, these are my 3 lines ready to be planted. From there, you get your seed, already mixed seed, beans plus Croix Guyana plus soil. And then you come and put in your lines, in your lines, in your lines, okay? In your lines. Okay?
You just spray.
Yes. And a mixture of soil and beans. I'm done. If you're expecting rain, you might not cover. But since we are not expecting rains, we are going to add very thinly soil on top of this. So you get any soil and put, okay? Any soil and put.
Do you have to use hands? Because if you're planting a very big farm,
many people have got rollers.
Okay.
You can get a roller and roll it. If you don't have a roller, you can get like a drum. Then you can roll it on top. Or yeah, they want to use like 10 people. You get some small, and then you put. So that one, it is when we are using this machine, okay? This tool here. Yes. Okay? But there are some people outside there who don't have this. How can they do it? They can also use a hoe. You put a rope here up to there. Then on the rope, then you put like a small, okay? Remember, we are planting 2 feet from line. This is 1, 2. You also do your line. Okay? After doing it very well, get your seed, come to your lines. After, get soil and cover. Dear viewers, where have I lied? This is the thing. And from there, you wait for 7 days, 13 days, your pasture is going to germinate. Remember to use certified seed from people who are certified, not masquerading around. Because you have done your soils very well, you don't want to go and put fake seed, okay? Put the rightful seed, and together we can develop farming as well.
One thing I've witnessed here, the spacing is 2 feet.
Yes.
Always have to measure 2 feet. When you don't have this machine, how do you call this machine?
This is a tool, a planting tool.
A planting tool. Yes, when you don't have the planting tool, you have to use a hoe, but you have to put
a rope
so that you can measure very well and make good straight lines. Yes.
Remember, this is farm smart. You have to farm smart for you to get profit. I want you to notice that.
Yes, and farming smart means someone is organized. So from here, we are going to see how they germinate.
The germination of hay.
Yes.
Good.
Let's go. Yes, as you can see, these are the beans, the ones you have just seen there, we have just planted. And then these are the seeds. These are the seeds, you may think it is grass, but these are the seeds that you have planted. So, Mr. You're going to explain to us this stage, yes, and how it comes, how it germinates up to this stage.
Wow. So our dear good viewers of Smart TV, remember always to farm smart. So where we are right now, this is our grown-up Croris Guyana. It's Croris Guyana mixed with our beans. If you remember where we started, these are our beans, as you see, call them legumes. And this is our grown-up Croris Guyana. And it's now past 3 months, good months. And as you can see, it's ready for harvesting, okay? The reason why we put these legumes, remember, I told you, they fix nitrogen in the soils, they add protein to our grasses, and it's like a cover crop, okay? They suppress all the weed. For example, here as I stand, there is no any other weed apart from our grasses. Yes, we are going to cut it because we are going to now for processing, value addition, and you're going to see. From here we have cut. After cutting, we are going to leave for 3 days, turning them. Remember, we do hay when sun shines. So this one is for good hay. We are going to cut it. After 3 days, we bale it. We put it in our hay balers. After there, we store. Why are we storing it? In case there is a dry season, we shall be using our hay. For those people who don't have animals, they can still bale it and sell it. For the youth who is outside there, for the woman, a man who is unemployed, okay? I want you to come and learn how this thing is done, such that together we can produce more hay. There is too much demand for hay in Uganda, okay? The population has increased with reduced, land. So let us do this hay. We are going to be selling it in the whole of Western region, Central and Western. Because of this climate change, together we can do this and get out of poverty.
Yes, the farmer outside there would like to know, because you have now come, this is 3 months.
Yes.
So the farmer would like to know, growing up to 3 months.
Yes.
What do you have to do?
Wow.
To take care of them?
After planting, you wait for like a month. If there is weed, you weed. Okay. Remember, someone would ask me, how do you weed? Since this one, no, for pastures, you have to weed. You've got to weed after 1 month. The good thing with this cross Guyana, you weed once. Then after, you will never, ever weed again. Why? Because these legumes, the legumes which you have planted alongside with this, they would suppress any cow-weed that is coming up. Okay. Yes. So from there, that's the process over. You will be cutting up to 4, up to 5, up to 6 years. Okay? That's why I'm enticing people to come and plant this grass. It is better than maybe maize. If you have 1 acre of maize and 1 acre of this, and you want to sell, you're not interested in animals, you're interested in selling. Someone who has done hay, okay, he's going to get much more money, more profit compared to someone who has done maize on the same acreage of land. And that's why we are here, to show you this.
So what prevents them from other weeds from going from here?
These legumes, okay. It's a cover crop, so they will suppress any other weed that might come. Okay. Yes.
So that keeps it safe.
Now here, this is money now. I'm talking about money. I will never weed again. I will be cutting every 2 months. Remember, for the first time, it is 3 months. Subsequent, 2 months.
2 months.
Regrowth.
It goes on reducing.
Exactly.
Okay.
It continues regrowing. Up 2 months, you cut. 2 months, so it means that after 1 year, you'll be harvesting this, like 5 to 6. 5, like in drought areas, 7, like in wet areas, like in central here.
Yes. Before we leave this stage, first advise some farmers out there, because most farmers don't know about this. They don't want to grow their own pasture. So first encourage someone, tell someone out there.
Wow. Our dear good farmers, if you're outside there, you're interested in goats, you're interested in cows, you're interested in sheep, you're interested in doing beef, you want to do dairy, this is your chance to come, and we teach you how you can make this preserve and make hay, how you can grow Napier and get silage, how you can grow sugar graze. As we are going to see, by the way, we don't have, we are having many types of pastures. Why am I preferring this one? This one, it is more preferred because it is weather friendly. If you're outside there, you want to get knowledge on how you can preserve this, you're in the right place. Yes.
So tell us, are there any challenges or any difficulties that someone goes through when going to these pastures?
Yeah, there is, when you land on poor seeds, as I'm saying, you buy seed which is not good, or you plant this pasture when it is dry season, it's not going to germinate, or you plant deeper, it's also not going to germinate, or you plant, there are some farmers who think that pastures you don't weed, they get this a bushy and then start broadcasting. It's not going to germinate. But once you do things rightly, you do first plowing, second plowing, then you get the right full seed, the right weather. I'm telling you, my brother, you're going to have something. Yeah. Yes.
Now going on the joy side, anything we do, we're targeting some money, targeting something. So first tell us, outside there, how is the market?
Wow, the market for, this grass is good. It is multi-purpose.
Yes.
You can, in my person, in a way that you can feed your cows. You can harvest these seeds, okay?
Yes.
You can harvest these seeds and sell seeds. You can cut this grass, bale it, and sell it as bale,
Yeah.
okay? So in Sudan, they need. In northern Uganda, we need it. In central here, urban areas, there is massive demand for hay in Uganda. However, people are still, are still looking at the traditional cash crops and the traditional crops like maize, like nuts, not knowing that also this one. And the reason why we are here to tell them that, however, now land, we don't have that land for free range anymore. People can go for indoors, zero grazing, and have this and sell. Yes, please.
Yes, besides making hay and silage, can someone feed animals on this?
Yeah, it can also go for free range. You can allow your animals to go there for free range. That is after like 5 months. Or you can cut, wither, and feed
Which
your
one
cows.
is better?
Of course, making hay is good. Making hay is good. Because you're protecting your garden from being trampled over. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, so now tell us, if you are to make silage, do you have to make like the whole garden or how?
Yeah, you have to. For hay, you have to cut everything. And moreover, it has to be dry season, no else. It has to be dry season. You cut hay when the sun shines. Once the rain rains on it, then it's not going to be good silage,
because
rather good hay.
Right now I can see they are green. So
yes.
Are they? Can I harvest them like this?
You can harvest it. You harvest it and make silage if you want to make silage, but this one is more of hay. So harvest it after the 3rd day. It's already dry, pale green. Put it in our boxes as you're going to see. If you're going to sell, sell. If you don't have market, go in my box. Say, Usinje, Itungo, I have hay. That's the reason why we are here. Yes.
So tell us, of what advantage is this to the animals?
Oh,
better
this
than
is
the grass or what?
okay. Of course, planted pastures are good.
Yeah.
This is planted meat. Okay.
Yes.
So the planted meat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now the disadvantage of natural pastures is that you get less herbage. This one planted pastures, you get more herbage. That is advantage number one. Then for the animals they are going to grow fat, give you milk, because they are going to eat and get satisfied. But the grasses which are not planted, they are not. They eat less, and then less milk, less beef. Yes.
So I see some people giving animals this, how they call it, bisagazi.
Bisagazi, yes.
Bisagazi.
Yes.
So how different is bisagazi from this?
Yes, bisagazi, they are good at for silage. This is good for hay. However, there are bisagazi which are less, less protein, like these natural bisagazi, which have got hairs. Those are less protein, less, and I tell our dear viewers not to go for those. Always come for the good improved seeds, such that you dig in a small acreage of land, but you harvest a lot.
Yes, thank you so much. This is good work so far. I'm really enjoying it.
You're
I've seen something big. Yes, for the farmers out there, he has explained a lot and he has taught us a lot. So it is up to you it's up to you to decide which way to go.